Now, what this is going to serve you as, it's your operational template that every business owner must have. Stick it in your office, wherever it is, because it allows you to rapidly change every aspect of the model to be able to create the lean and agile features that your business needs. How many of you could use a little bit more of that lean and agile feature in your business model, in your business right now? How many of you have a comprehensive business model in the first place? All right, good. See that. So, the first and the most important thing that we need that you'll be filling in for yourself. So the best way for us to get through this is a little bit of an interaction here. The first aspect of a business model that we want to start talking about here are the customer segments. So can you see the section where it says number 1? This is where we have conversations like, am I talking to a broad market? Am I talking to a niche market? Right? Am I selling a single tiered product? If I'm a car company, do I have many range of cars? Do I have 4x4s or a luxury car? The demographics are significantly different for the kind of market that I start to connect. In your business model, have you clearly identified the customer segments that you do want to connect with? Are these corporate businesses? Are these small businesses, medium businesses? Are these individual owners, mom and pops? Who are your customer segments?
Are you talking about niching?
Niching, but absolutely knowing that where is your value proposition coming from? Right? Think of it like the Nespresso model. The customer segment for them is they are absolutely targeting the homeowner, the coffee lovers at home type of market, and a corporate. So there are two customer segments they are primarily looking at, right? One is the corporate offices where they can send the machine, and then there is the other segment which is primarily there is a certain class of people that they want to look at who are home-based businesses or home-based owners who experience good quality coffee. So this is a niching as well. So you're right. This niching conversation plays into that.
So customers between the age of 18 to 24.
Exactly.
That's valid.
That could be because that influences the marketing that you do for that.
Yes.
Once you know the demographic of it, right?
Thank you.
The second key one. So take a moment to write down in your business, in whatever you're doing, who are your customer segments that you want to connect with, or you do already connect. The second one is revenue streams. Far too often businesses that are agile and as sophisticated they start taking their expertise to the next level. So at the lowermost level, for example, if I work with David on getting his business sorted out, one of his business might be, which I'm not sure, David, if you offer this or not, but there is a done-for-you model and there is a do-it-yourself model. Right? We give us your specs, we will do it for you. Or this is what you need to do, and this is what you're gonna pay just for the consultancy. That you're gonna oversee the process. As your expertise grows in your niche, you should always start considering adding more and more of the consultancy elements, so that it is do it yourself, and I'm going to tell you how you can do it. That's the next tier of business that you can start doing. One of our clients, you saw the testimonial earlier, Matthew, in fact, they are some of the best experts in this Symphonics. So they do Symphonics for big stadiums and things like that. And it's moving into the zone of their expertise is so high that they can actually just show up and be the go-to person for assessing and inspecting how something has been done by any other vendor. Now that in itself is a consultancy segment in there. So in your business, and if we go back to the Nespresso example, what are their revenue streams? Two revenue streams, right? The machine and the pods. One is a one-time offer, the other one is a replenishable, repetitive sale offer. In your business, what are your unique, specific revenue streams? When we start breaking it down this way, can you see that it is actually, at some level, for those of you who are not fully well defined with your offers, it is forcing you to recompute the way you're looking at your business a little bit more. And that was one of your questions as well in the email. Yeah. So take a moment to actually start understanding what are your key revenue streams. Where is it that most of your revenue comes from? Any questions so far?
One more, sir. In a particular business, if I'm overlooking a bigger business, I know that, say, a franchisee, for example, he's going to worry about the customers of the 2050 age group.
Yes.
The same business that I overlook would be, say, selling franchises. So another ideal client, his ideal client might be the end user.
Yep.
My ideal client might be the new franchisee.
Exactly.
That was part of that question. I would just put that out.
So that's a different value proposition. That's a different market segment.
So how would you do it? Do a whole new graph and a whole new...
The best thing I would suggest with this one, start using sticky notes and put it in there for as a separate line item for every one of these.
I'll do that on 25.
The reason why, and that's a very good question, thank you for bringing that up. The reason why is that when you put the whole thing together, thank you. When you put the whole thing together, you can actually trace, as they say, follow the money. You can always trace back where your revenue stream comes from which segment, what are the marketing activities that need to go in place. Okay, so essentially it gives you the agility to be able to crank that specific chain if you need to. So, third one is, what's your key value proposition? There was a relationship coach I was working with, and she was like, oh, I help people find partners, or I help people find relationships. Okay, how can I stand out? What's the key value proposition? I said, who are most of the people that you've worked with so far, who are they? He said, well, they are all high net worth, highly driven executives that I work with. I said, okay, what if your value proposition was, did I help high net worth individuals find the right partner who are not in the game for their money, but for them? That changed completely the way she was perceiving her relationship and her value proposition. Previously, when she would go into all these networking, oh, I'm a relationship coach and I'll help you find a partner, as opposed to, hey, I work with individuals just like yourself, but I want to make sure that you don't get cheated out of your money and you have a partner who's in it for you, but not for your money. So I work with high net worth individuals specifically to help you keep that experience. Do you think she got a lot more response from that? So step into the framework, and this is where knowing your customer and their pain points becomes intimately important. Knowing it better than them. Things that they don't know about yet, that if they don't solve it, that they're going to end up in a world of trouble. So what is the value proposition or propositions that your business uniquely offers? Start putting those down here. Right? What are some of the characteristics of that? Are you offering, is it a price-based value proposition? We beat any, I'm not sure which company does that, but we will beat any prices by 10%, right? Or electronic organized companies that do that, Harvey Normans or something like that, we will beat any price that's out there by 10%. Is this helping? Is this making sense? Question?
Two vending machines.
Yeah.
One's got Coca-Cola, one's got Pepsi, for the same price.
Yeah.
Why should I work to a percentage of my business and I won't sell anything under a particular price. Why should I cheapen my product? I prefer to add value, give two for free, buy one, get one free, or rather than put 10 cents cheaper on the Pepsi than the Coca-Cola, because then I start losing profit. So is there a better way of doing it?
Well, I think we are looking at the wrong end of the spectrum here.
Okay, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah. The value proposition is not only for your relationship with your customers, it's also for your relationship with your suppliers. Can you negotiate a better deal with your suppliers?
No,
Maybe.
The deal, I'm not talking about deal, I'm actually talking about, I don't like the idea of discount. So that value proposition, maybe I heard you wrong.
Well, it can be, the price may not be a feature in that case.
It's always, I mean, we all like to buy the best thing cheaper, I get that. What I'm trying to do is add value. Why should that client pick me, even if I'm 10% more expensive over the other? A baby photographer, for example. quick one. All he does is he's a photographer. He niches it between 0 and 12 and 1 year old, right?
Right.
And then there's another photographer who does bar mitzvahs, does everything else, right? His price is $1,000. The guy who does baby photos is $2,000. And when you ask him the question, you say, "What do you do, mate?" "Oh, you know, it's just a new baby." And I said, "All I do are babies between 0 and 12, but I'm $2 grand." And the other guy says, "Look, I do everything. I'm great at everything, and I'm only $1,000." To me, the value shift, I prefer to pay the extra dollars even. I actually get more money for my product.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly, that's exactly what we're saying, right?
yes.
There is a, I think, David, where is that barber shop which only serves kids between a certain age?
Oh, it's in Chadstone.
Near Chadstone, right?
Yeah.
So, and what's the, so it's 0 to 4 or
It's like 0 to 12.
months or 12 or something?
Yeah.
So basically there's a barber shop that only does kids from 1 to 12, maybe 1 month to 12, yeah, something like that. That's the high value proposition, because this is where knowing your customer's needs becomes intimately important, and that's the value proposition that people come for.
Thank you. Sorry.
No, it's great. It's great. This is what we want actually. So thank you for doing that. Did that help answer clear?
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'll put it into perspective.
Perspective. Any other question on this one? So if you want to actually get clear on what it is that your presence, your coaching service, your product is actually providing, what is the key value proposition that you're setting? Is it peace of mind? Is it security? Is it safety? You know? Is it a make yourself more beautiful, more sexy, whatever that may be for you. Fourth one is around customer relationships. How are you managing those relationships with your customers? How are they able to maintain their connection with you? This includes every aspect of the service model that you provide, including, if you are, let's say, selling a subscription product, do I need to call someone to be able to do this? Or is it easier for me to anytime go in and cancel my subscription? What are the different features of your customer relationship here? So is it a self-serve model? Is it an online model? Is it a phone model? Is it a face-to-face model? Can I purchase the product online? Is it delivered? How many days does it take for delivery? I'm running out of my coffee and I need my coffee by tomorrow morning. Who's going to send it to me tomorrow? All right, we'll send it to you in 24 hours. Like a very good model that was started a while ago, it's pretty commonplace now, flower delivery, right? Order online, same day delivery of the flowers. You can just even call like maybe an hour before the delivery happens. And that's a very deep, different customer model, customer relationship model that they have put in place. We make sure that whatever your needs are taken care of in this way. So, in your model, how are you serving your customers? I work with Simao quite a bit, and he does a lot of, he does my rebranding and the web design side of it. And he knows how pressed I am for time, and he just immediately says, "Mihir, I need 5 minutes of your time right now." Boom, when we get on Skype, we just jump on it. His model is like, okay, make it so efficient that it's only essential questions right away, as opposed to, can you fill this template out, email me that, do this thing back and forth. No, I love working with him for that reason alone, because the customer service model is really brilliantly done. He understands the needs of the customer at that point. The next one are, what channels are you using in order to fulfill your service or products? If you are a coach or a consultant, do you do face-to-face? Do you do Skype? Do you do phone? What are the different channels that you service here? Is it just fully online? Or is it snail mail where you send a package to them, their home address? The reason why we are putting all this here is that it will become clear in a few minutes. Because everything that you do here, there is a cost structure behind it. Right? The next one, what are the key activities that you're doing in your business? Production, marketing, right? Networking, building joint venture relationships. If you are in the MLM side of things, the model there of the key activities is significantly different. Where networking is a huge part of the time commitment involved in that model. So what are the key activities that you need to be doing in order to provide the services and products that you do? What are the key resources that you need access to? Are these resources physical? Are these intellectual? Are these legal? What are these resources that you need absolutely for your service and products to be delivered? When we look at setting up an event like this, the resources that we need are such widely varied when we go through our model. There is a marketing resource. Joe at the back, he's our guru, wizard of marketing. So he's the one who's responsible for having you in the room. We have our crew at the back. It's a physical resource, getting organized with the event, with the venues, physical resource. Putting the content together, intellectual resource. So start thinking about what are the resources that you get. Either why do we need to know this? So that either you can take control of it, delegate it, outsource it. One of those, there's a cost structure for your time and your money associated with that. Who are your key partners in your ecosystem that absolutely are vital for delivering your products and services? Going back to the Nespresso model, they might have facilities or they might be leasing facilities for doing their production side of things. There might be freight companies delivering the products to their factories and to their customers and to their retail shops. It's a little bit dry, I agree, but I think it's absolutely vital for any business owner to know about. How many can you see the value of how, when this is all put together, that everything becomes a little bit more clear in your system? Yeah. And the last one is the cost structure. What is the cost associated with all the key activities that you're performing for delivering your products and services? So, what I would highly recommend is, when you go home, when you have some time, just start please putting together your own operational model. Because what it does, it exactly allows you to know which lever to turn to get the maximum effect on the revenue stream, if that's your goal. And then it will allow you to track back all the activities and everything that builds up into that funnel, creating that outcome. Yeah? Questions? Good. Favorite topic, sabotage patterns, changing gears completely. So,
sorry, just one question about this. Why are these tables sequenced in different order?
sorry?
Why are they sequenced in different order, like not from 1 to 9? Is there a reason?
The ones on the left side are activities that are behind the scenes, and the ones on the right side are activities that you do in front of, like it's like cost structure, production, partners, and all those are behind the scenes activities. While the ones on the right side are customer facing activities. Yeah. Is that right?